What up, guys? Dave. You know me, Dave Erkey, Wolf of Walmart. No, we are not at Kayak City. We are somewhere in, we can't tell you where, in a secret location. And we're gonna go look at a secret product. I'm super hyped on it. It's actually not a secret product, and it's actually not a secret location. I'm just not gonna tell you where we're at, and I'm gonna surprise you with where we're going. Good. Oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this. We've been sitting here having a conversation for the last almost 2 hours, and it has been the best. Like, I'm having so much fun. So check this out. How's it going, Jason?
Hey, buddy. How we doing?
Doing good, man. So, everybody, this is Jason Woods, and if you don't necessarily know his name, even though most of you guys, especially in the kayak industry, already do, this is FluxJet. Me and Jason, we've been talking. He hit me up the other day, and we've been kind of chatting it up. And I was like, dude, I got to come down there. I got to meet you. I got to see whatever I can do to help you do this. And like, I'm here for you 100%. We just talked for the last 2 hours about these kayaks, and like, I am fully in. Like, this is an amazing product, and the stuff that you have is, bar none. I don't use the word game changer because I'm not cool in the industry, but I will tell you that this is definitely going to be a whole new perspective switch on what everybody's got going on right now. So
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And obviously, since we've started talking, I mean, the value you've already brought. So the first conversation we had, I hit him up the other night and was like, hey, you're local. We definitely need to talk. Like, I've been watching your stuff, but hey, I need some input. You're a local guy. Let's go do some testing, that kind of stuff. And immediately, I'm like, come on over to the shop, check it out. And he's like, you know, you're right next to the perfect test lake, right? And I'm like, come again? Tell me more. What? So it turns out there is a secret hidden lake that is 8 minutes from the shop from here that is the weediest, swampiest, nastiest thing anyone's ever seen. And I was like, it's perfect. It's exactly what I needed. Because I mean, that's really the problem is all the lakes around here are so clean and they're rocky and there's just not much vegetation there to be spoken of. But you found me the perfect test spot. So
I mean, leave it to me to find the mud.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
is like, that's where I love to be. We all know this. I'm a weedy fisherman guy.
Yeah.
I love getting dirty. I love getting mucky.
Yeah.
And when we started talking about the jet drive and all this kind of stuff, and the difference in like, I go to this place, I cannot take my motors. I love my motors, but I can't take them there. I have to paddle through this place all day because it's just too thick. It's too nasty.
Yeah.
I don't even bring my sonar half the time because my transducer catches everything. So when we started talking about the whole design and the motor in this thing, I was like, I got you, bro. I know the perfect place. Let's go hit this up, man. And
yeah, so that's going to be really fun to get your perspective. Because, I mean, obviously, you've been there a lot. You have other boats and other motors and other setups. So you can inform me a lot better as far as, like, okay, how does this compare in real-world terms to what you've experienced in the past? And that kind of stuff is going to be huge. And having it right down the street is super, super convenient. Yeah. So if we want to change or test something or clean something out, I mean, it's literally like a 5-minute run back to the shop. And work on stuff, but yeah, it's super exciting.
And also what we hadn't really talked about yet is how to get into this lake. There's a lot of, you go over a curve, there's a lot of different stuff that you have to do to get into this place. Yeah. So it's actually going to really be able to test the design and the dynamics of the lower part of the hole. If you ever wanted to have electronics or you ever wanted to have anything on the bottom of this hole, right. It can be protected. So, I mean, trust me, I'm not going to break your kayak. But like,
well, you should.
We're definitely going to try.
Yeah,
I will. James will.
There we go. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing is like, honestly, we want to break stuff as fast as we can. I mean, it's funny because when you first started out building stuff, luckily I've been building and designing jet drives and systems now for so many years that if there's anything I've learned, it's fail fast. Because what you don't want to do is not find out about it early and then have to fix a whole bunch of stuff. I'd much rather, let's just break the thing and then we can fix the thing and then everything ends up better down the road. So
absolutely, yeah. And I was telling Jason, and all you guys know this, like, I'm no bright bulb, but I will definitely try everything I possibly can. And I get covered in ticks because I get in the nasty stuff. So I'm definitely going to put these boats to the test. And the cool thing is, Jason has all the experience with these kayaks because he's the designer, he's the builder, he's the guy that's been doing all this. So he knows all the soft touch and the hard touch. He knows how the controls work. I don't. I am you. I am the genuine customer client. I am the dummy that comes in the shop and goes, why would it's already got a motor in it? Well, I'll take that one, you know? And I'm going to go put it out there and I'm going to put it to the test like everybody else would. That is the goal.
And it cannot be understated how important that is because I can't undo that bias that I have of just knowing how strong the part is. It's just kind of baked into my brain. So being able to have somebody that really represents just the average person that is currently in a kayak with a motor and is familiar with the general setup. How long does it take to familiarize yourself with the locations of things and the foot steering and all that kind of stuff? So all of that is super, super useful.
And it's a blessing that James got to be a part of this today too, because James behind the camera. James, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, there's a man out here in California, his name is James Snyder, and he never wants to be in front of a camera ever. He doesn't like that, but I will tell you that he has been a part of almost everything in the kayak industry. If you have a question about that name, hit me up. I'll get you his link info.
Yeah,
He's my evil genius where we sit and go hee and try and figure stuff out.
Like it.
And so the blessing is that he got to be here today so we could all go through this, not only from my dummy perspective, but also James' technical expertise, and we can start basically breaking this whole thing down. I will give you a small walkthrough, but basically this is just going to be the introduction of what is going to be a future relationship.
Hey man, I really appreciate it. Both you guys. I mean, the perspective from both of you, from both the industry insider and expert, and just the standard average fisherman's experience, like super huge. And having you guys both be local is super, super, super helpful. And you found me the perfect lake to test in. So I mean, what do you want to like?
I got plenty more too. Trust me, I got all
Okay,
sorts of spots
you see,
everywhere,
the
so.
thing is, guys, you got to make friends with people because they won't tell you where their spots are. Right? So, like, we're close enough now. He'll reveal some of the secrets. So,
Yeah.
that's exciting stuff because if you don't know, you don't know. How are you going to find these places, man? They're tucked away in little spots, and that's kind of the whole idea behind a kayak is all those little spots nobody even knows about and can't find.
Yeah.
You can get to with this thing. So,
Absolutely, and I have a couple ideas we'll talk about off camera. A couple other places that as we're talking about this, I'm like, there's a couple places where we could really get these things. And the cool thing is the size of this kayak. You're not looking at a 13-foot kayak. You're not looking at this massive wide format of like a 42-inch wide deck. Like these things can really get into some spots just the way the hull is designed as it is. I know a lot of people are talking the depth of the gunnels, like, ooh, the depth of the gunnels. I fish grimy stuff. I don't like all that on my body. I like a dry platform. So when it comes to these higher gunnels, like when we get into the weeds and the muck, you're gonna see how well those actually come into play. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and we'll start kind of maybe breaking one of these down a little bit and kind of talking a little bit. I know you've already done so many breakdowns.
we have.
videos.
You know what? One thing that we didn't cover on any of those.
Oh.
The transducer pocket. It got missed at all of ICAST because it was up on a stand and you couldn't really see it. And like we get a lot of questions about that. So if you want to, we can kind of start there. I mean, I think
This one? This one we pulled over?
yeah, that one's open. Yeah, we can show you that.
Yeah, we'll do the open and then the
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Oh, you already pulled it. I'll lift this one first so
Okay.
you can see what it looks like normally. So you can see there. Back. Yeah, so you got this great big plate here that's totally removable. So you got 4 screws, and then you've got your pocket is protected underside there. So I mean, obviously knowing this boat is going to be focused on shallow water, it just made total sense to give you a big protected pocket where you can get your transducer totally recessed up in there. Because it helps, because the idea with this whole thing was that there's no motor to take on and off, but we also don't want you to have to worry about your transducer getting hit, loaded it up, taking it out of the truck, that kind of stuff, but also when you get in the shallows. So it's all protected up inside of that pocket, and we flip back. And then basically you've got a cup holder scupper right here, pops out. And that's your through hole down to your transducer, so you just drop your wire right down in there. So yeah, wire just comes up, drops right down through that tube to your transducer.
And you did say you can blank one of these out and
Yeah, so that was some of the stuff I posted just Sunday night. I was here working late. It was like I like working on the weekends because it's nice and quiet, and then my phone's not blowing up. I can just work on stuff. And I got rolling. I had a bunch of caffeine. Started designing a bunch of cool plates. So yeah, definitely. Everyone likes to have the option for all the rod holders, but I also want to give you the option if you want a different kind of rod holder or if you want some other type of holder. Basically, it's just you can pull these screws out and then basically put a flat blank plate here and either put your Yak Attack lock and load connectors on there, or just if you want to put a piece of track or something on there, we can set that up too. And that's just an easy aftermarket, machine part that doesn't take any tooling, and it gives you a ton of flexibility now. Because if you can swap that out with even just like an off-board, like if you're going to troll or something, you can have that off-board rod holder and all that kind of stuff. And then the other thing we did, made a plate because we have a throttle, we made the throttle reversible. So you end up with a nice mount point there with the inserts. So you can also use that as a mount point now.
Yeah.
So there's another blank plate you can put there. You can put another lock and load connector, that type of thing there. If you've got some off-board stuff you want to mount, or like a, like a paddle holder, that type of thing. So.
Let's go take a look at this channel without the plate on it, just so you guys can take a look at this. I mean, in talking to you, moving the throttle on either side, you have the option. I just think that's super awesome personally for me, because there's the guy who is, you see it in videos all the time. I don't know how people do it. I think James is one of them. They put their throttle mount on the right side. My fishing rod's in my right hand most of the time. I like my throttle on the left. So to have that option for people is super awesome.
Yeah, so you can see there's the Garmin side scan.
It's the GT56?
I believe so, yeah. So yeah, you can see there's two inserts down here, and the mount stands it off just about perfectly to keep it flush. So then with your transducer beam angle, just about perfectly clears the outside of that pocket with it flush inside there.
You got your two mount holes. This goes right through that scupper plug on the cup. There you go. By all means, Jason, take it away. We got a whole new. He just came up with something the other night.
Yeah, this was Sunday night. We came up. So I was on a roll. I had made these two blank plates, and I'm like, okay, we got a wire that's going to drop down through here, but I still want my cup holder to be functional, right? So if you pull the scupper plug out, printed this little guy up, and what I was talking about in that last video I put out was basically just starting a page on the website just for stuff like this, where if you want to DIY this thing until we can make it for you, we can just put this out there. And there's lots of online services that can print this for you. If you don't have a printer, you can just send them the file and they'll make this and send it to you. Eventually, if people like these things, we could produce them. But basically what it is it's got a little channel in there for your wire to run through, and then it gives you a nice, perfect little false bottom to your cup holder there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And what I was thinking about this morning actually was I really want to make a little piece that slots in here with a little drain in it, so that you can have a solid cup holder without the slot. So it'll still drain out the bottom, but if you're using this as a bait graveyard or whatever, it's just a little dam that blocks that you can pull out. You might put some little fins in it too if you want to use it as a cup holder. That way it adjusts to different size cups type stuff. The things we're working on, these are the little ones. There's a bunch of super secret stuff we're already working on for next year, but these are like the cool little, I think are going to add value, to the boat.
100%, yeah. I know y'all have seen this at the iCast and everything else, but I love these. I love these lights. I love this style of light. I mean, don't get me wrong, my yacht car system is great, but with the type of head and stuff that you have on here, there's so many things available that you could do to your light kits now. And the fact that it's already pre-run, here's the thing about everybody that apparently people just don't seem to understand, at least in the state of California, when you put a motor on your kayak, you buy a kayak, you can have a little paddle kayak for years, and you're like, oh, I want to put a motor on it. You put a mount, put a motor, that's cool. You have a motorized water vessel. So now you need to be state compliant. So you need to register said water vessel, and you need to have navigation and 360 lights. That is a state regulation. So having the nav lights and your white 360 light already installed and ready on your kayak, dude, you are killing the game. You're helping everybody.
I mean, that's one of those things where, as the manufacturer, it's super easy to do, right? If I've already got a drive in there, it's not hard for me to add a couple LEDs for you and just add a couple buttons. It was a no-brainer that should be done. If you're gonna do something like this, absolutely should just be there out of the box. And then we're like, well, it wouldn't actually be that hard to add a phone charger for you too. And then we're like, well, if we're gonna put a voltage regulator in this thing, we might as well put a 12-volt voltage regulator in it too. So I didn't expect people to be as excited about that as they were. People were just kind of freaking out, wait, it just breaks out voltage for me and will give me my 12-volt accessory power for my graphs and stuff too. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty easy, really. This should have been a thing a long time ago. Golf carts have been doing it forever. It's a very standard thing. And if you think about it, you're charging your phone at home at 5 volts off a 110-volt AC.
Yes.
That's a way sketchier proposition than stepping down 36 to 12 is pretty simple. So.
Yeah, dude. So Jason, is there anything that you really want to let people know about said?
I am really excited about the boat in general. Obviously, getting you guys here makes me more excited because, we've had to do as much internal testing as we can, but we don't have the experience and frame of reference that you do, right? So we're trying to test it in absolute terms and collect data and like get all this stuff. But as far as getting the real world feedback from local guys who know these environments and put the same boat in the same place where you've tested other stuff is a huge, huge advantage. So yeah, I'm super looking forward to getting those insights from you. But the boat itself, yeah, I mean, the whole idea here, like people throw around the game changer thing, like we're not trying to change the game, we're just trying to make the game easier. Like we're just trying to make it simpler. You know, because you and me and a bunch of other guys out here, we all have kids and we have very little time and we're working way too much. And like, I know how valuable that time is. Like every minute that my wife is carrying the load with my kids, like those are precious moments and I don't want to waste them screwing around, trying to like assemble stuff. I want to take this thing straight out, drop it in the water and be able to go and maximize my time out there. So that's really what this thing is about. And you know, I know we will find collectively ways to make this thing better.
Absolutely.
But just really trying to make it a simple solution that you get on the water. That's the trick, I think, to success is if you try to do something simple and do it well, right? Like it's like the In-N-Out burger of kayaks. Like we're not trying to solve everything. It's not going to solve a lot of the world's problems, but if we can just make it easier for you to get out there and get around and get through shallows and stuff, then you know we did something good. So.
Well, I'm definitely going to get this thing shallow. I know a couple other people are going to try and get this thing shallow, so we're going to have a lot of fun coming up here, dude. And I really appreciate you letting me come in here and like.
Really appreciate your help. Absolutely.
Well, dude, I look forward to this, and we're going to have a lot of fun coming here.
Oh yeah, just the start, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. You guys heard it? Keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. Jason, thank you, dude. I really appreciate this,
Absolutely.
dude. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I really did. Like, subscribe, and share, or whatever you got to say.